I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
And Buckman, what is going on with Scarlett? I haven't heard the 411, so please do tell. Slapjaw, I would love to, but unfortunately, I don't really know that much. I just know I was fooling around the web last night of the YouTubes, and I saw the Mersh thing, and he had like, I don't know if he called it an emergency show or something, but he had this big thing going on about this Scarlett news or whatever. So I thought she was live on a show, but I guess it was an interview she did, and then he had some guy on who was talking, and it was really, it was torturous to listen to because it was really boring. The sound kept cutting out, and as if I should complain about sound. But Timothy, you might be right, my friend. Let me go back because I thought I saw one and it doesn't. Here we do. I apologize. Slapjaw Timothy Smallwood for $1.99. Thank you for the $1.99, Tim. Rumor has it you're gonna have Scatino on. All right, you got me. I know who Scatino is. I wouldn't mind having Scamboli. Is that his name? That'd be he'd be fun to have. So we did the Mersh. We talked a little bit about that. I don't know. The whole thing just is pretty pathetic, but I don't know. Like we had Icedanc3r. She was in the chat. She was like everywhere and whatnot. And then it just, the whole thing seemed strange to me, particularly post Ralph thing. So like none of this surprises me. I don't know how much it surprises Mersh. But right now he's just happy that, the Scarlett stuff is going on and Karma came back because he's getting lucky. You know, that the heat is off him. But I don't, I have like, I think Mersh is talented at this. And I know I say that a lot, but like he's got the radio voice. He's got the ability to carry an audience. Like he's got those things, but I don't know. There's just, it doesn't feel like he's ever really broken out of sort of this mid-tier podcasting thing. Like, it seems like he should be way bigger than he is. But, I don't know. I mean, I know with my relationship with him was, he gets an idea in his head and no matter how ridiculous it is, it's not going to change. And it's like, you're like, why bother? Like, why bother doing this? But, the one thing you learn in life is you're probably a lot stupider than you think you are. And the most insufferable people are the ones that think they're smarter than they really are. And so there may be some of that going on up there. The thing about Mersh is he drones on and it can get boring. True. But I'm going to make an assumption. And this is my assumption. Mersh, I think a lot of the stories that Mersh tells about like what happened to him and how it happened and whatever, I don't think are his stories. I think there's somebody else's. And then he co-opts them and he puts himself in that position and then he does it. And he's very good at doing that. Because a lot of stuff it's very hard. If you watch people who try to do that, they try to get over factual, kind of talking too much and trying to fill in a lot of stuff. And Mersh seems to have this way of doing it. And yeah, Mint Diggity, 100% stolen valor. But it's okay, right? And it's okay because he's doing it on stream. He's doing it for entertainment and whatnot. And most of the stuff that he's valor stealing on are not things that anybody wants to own anyway. I mean, I haven't gotten any, Mersh rescuing 3 children, from a fire that he had to run into kind of stories. Talking more about the dealing and stuff with the strippers and all that other stuff, you know? And like the one thing, and I keep going back to with this when it comes to the part that I find so hard, he had not had a girlfriend in like a dozen years before Icedancer came along, right? And he went from not having been with someone for that period of time to like within 2 weeks, like, oh, my chick, yeah, I gotta take the chick out to dinner. Yeah, me and my chick, we're going someplace. Very Ron Bennington like. And a lot of my girl and a lot of, it went from nobody to we're dating to it's like a serious relationship like that. And you just kind of knew. I will say that from what I've seen post the breakup, I'm glad for him that he hasn't become very self-destructive, because there's always that chance that he would go back to where he was when he first became interesting to me, was when he was like basically passing out on stream every night, when he, pointed an object at his head, the stroke thing, like all that stuff. And then it was kind of cool to see him getting his shit together, and then he got a girlfriend, and we're like, maybe this guy's gonna make it, But I think that I mistook, in my mind, Ice. I thought she was, I didn't think she was as insane as she apparently is. So there's that. But I can't let a Mersh story go by without Rura. The gambling era was rough, yes, very much. And that was part of like totally fucked up and just obsessed. Women's tennis, right? And tennis, and those guys gamble. The reason why there's a lot of gambling on tennis is because there's always tennis going on in the world. It's not like a seasonal thing, like football, it's just the fall, but tennis goes on forever. But Mersh saying that he did not want to be part of I never wanted to be part of the Dabbleverse. I never wanted to have anything to do with Dabbleverse. Bullshit. Just bullshit. And he wanted in, he wanted to be a part of it. But he couldn't, he couldn't do it, and he didn't leave the Dabbleverse left him, as far as I'm concerned. Now, he probably got some people from the Dabbleverse, like he probably got some viewers, but I don't think he ever got what he wanted or thought he was going to get. So, and he may disagree with me, and that's fine. But, you don't walk around 1 minute with a Burger King hat, crown on, talking about how you're the king of the Dabbleverse, and then a few months later, like, I never wanted to be in the Dabbleverse. Oh, they're awful, that Dabbleverse. It's the Gino Bisconti syndrome of how terrible the Dabbleverse is and how much I hate the Dabbleverse, but they fucking can't live without it. Just need it. All right, now let's do some chats. Could Mersh have had his V card just before Ice? He was besotted with her, like most teenagers usually would be with their first girlfriend too. I don't think he had. No, I don't think that at all. I just do think that he hadn't had anybody in a really long time, and Ice, I can't really tell, to be perfectly honest. But she doesn't look unattractive, and she seems very nice. So it probably just checked all the boxes for him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is it." And look, let's be honest, Mersh is a bit of a narcissist, so I would imagine he thought, like, she's never going to do better than me. So, there you go. Affy 6875, Mersh thought his side of the losers were better than our side of losers. That's fucking been proven wrong, right? Now, he from his thing was called the Sector or whatever, and I think for all intents and purposes, it's essentially dead. So there we go. And that's what I think. That's what I thought. I thought he's seeing that as dying, and he's like, oh, let me go someplace else, and I can. This place, this is open, and he did think. And Affy said he thought our losers were bigger losers than their losers. I don't think that as much. I think more that Mersh thought he was better than the people in the Dabbleverse, that they would just, welcome him with open arms, and that the people in the Sector were smarter than the people in the Dabbleverse. And I think that he, I think maybe he got woken up a little bit with that. So, but there you go. And look, women, this is a question for you that I'd love answered one day is, what turns somebody into an e-girl that wants to bag middling and low-level podcasters / streamers, like you're keeping a scorecard? So, and maybe not, I don't know what the chick's history is other than the Mersh and the Ralph thing, but I'm going to tell you, that should be enough to soil a reputation, in as much as if that came towards you, you should be like, I'm going to pass. But it is.
And hey, Adam.
Hey, Dirty Rat.
Dirty Rat's a good boy. He is. Check him out on the YouTube channel.